We'll just fund the whole
Can she bring Can she bring the dead back to life?
That's not in her power, I believe.
Could she bring us a specific living person, do you think? If she was asked.
If she were asked and she deigned to give it to you, I don't see why she wouldn't be able to.
But only if she wants to.
But, oh, yes, only if she saw fit to give it to you.
What does she use to determine, like, if she sees fit to give someone something? Like, do you guys have?
I don't pretend to know what her, what she. I don't pretend to know her methods. She's beyond us. She's our goddess, and we trust her completely.
So you don't have, like, a set of rules to follow for, like,
I have an odd question.
Mm-hmm.
Do the things we want have to be material?
We covered that too.
Yeah. They need to be, like...
Oh, you can't
we couldn't ask for a world peace. You couldn't, or, like, I want to be stronger.
Okay, right.
You could whisk for Big Titty Goth GF, though, apparently.
Wait,
I don't know if you would get it, but you can... It's theoretically possible.
Could you ask
for a person who had the means to world peace on their person?
Here's a question. Could Azora just go, can I wish part of the brain I lost back?
True, fuck.
I guess Azora can, like, stay around for, like, a few...
Can I wish for a brain surgeon?
She just sits around for a few weeks, and then a Titan comes, and she just sees, like, this horrid, smelling, decaying piece of brain matter that was collected.
I think what's gonna happen is it's like the fucking Wizard of Oz, where instead of getting a brain, they just get fucking told some bullshit about it.
That would be the worst.
Would be the best.
Just ask for someone to fix this, and Ben Carson shows up on the boat with his "These Hands Heal" tattoos. Wait. Oh yeah, heal hands.
I'm gonna be here for a couple months. I just want vindication.
Okay, so what do you guys do now?
I don't know. I think this whole thing is fucking suspect. But it's also not our job to deal with it.
I mean, I don't think it's that bad unless they're, like, unless they're, like, kidnapping people.
Well,
but I also feel like...
those things aren't coming from nowhere. They are going off on that boat, and they are taking those from somebody else.
I see your point, but at the same time, looking at the stuff, that frankly doesn't seem bad enough to, like, warrant our time. This seems like pretty, even if the worst case scenario this is some pretty basic thievery that, like, I think we have bigger fish to fry.
Could become an issue down the line if these people get bigger and more strong, but
if they're wishing for people, though, and people are getting abducted, that's concerning to me. But I also feel like if that were the case, we would, people would also be leaving or running away. I think that would be pretty, like, hard to just say, I don't know, gifts are private.
Now you mentioned that.
We could ask about this once we're back in Seneca, but Axe, what are you gonna do?
Axe realizing, wait a minute, you kidnapping people?
Well, that's what we're not sure about.
Axe is gonna get to the bottom of that matter.
Yeah.
He says we're not kidnapping people now.
Oh, then the people that come to, or they free will?
What?
The people who are wanted,
we don't know if they even have actually had any people wished for. He just acknowledged it was possible, not that it, like, is actually a thing that is done.
Question, are the gift givers still around?
No, they left.
Axe is like,
They also didn't speak our language.
So, Axe could probably speak.
What?
What? Yeah, Axe could just speak an alien language, sure.
He says he has decided this.
You haven't let him make the int check to see yet, so anything's possible.
They were actually just like all Heather Space's species.
And it's not, they're actually just speaking gibberish. Just to fuck with
I don't know, you say int. I was pretty hard countered on not being able to roll spout lore. I was just told I don't recognize them or know their language.
Really makes you think.
Also, the fact that he just said alien language and that they were purple and wrinkly. I think I'm metagaming a little bit here, but I have a suspicion on where they might come from.
But where do they come from?
Space Swede. Space.
Where do
I would suspect. I'm not saying for certain, but that seems to be the fact that we were hard countered on knowing their language or recognizing them as a species. And, you know, that he called it an alien language.
I mean, it could just mean a language you don't understand.
So what do you do?
I'm not saying it's not impossible they're not aliens, but...
What do y'all do?
I guess we should just leave them alone. You know, to do anything.
What was the name of this place?
The Church of Want.
Church of Want, yeah. And like Azora makes sure to mark down on a map where this place is.
I marked it down.
Thank you. Where is it?
Flint Beach.
Oh wow, way up there.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So what are we doing? Are we continuing on our way to Seneca?
I suppose, yeah.
Alright.
Oh Jesus. How the fuck did we end up that far off?
Okay, so you just leave.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You folks have a good rest of your day. I hope this goes well. I'm going to request, that you guys, generally speaking, probably, hopefully not be wishing for people.
If Axe finds out you're kidnapping people against their will, Axe will come back.
Yeah, he'll do that. Yeah, other than that, have a nice day.
Good tidings, and may you get what you want in life.
Too late, buddy. Too late. That would be a good,
now I'm just imagining us as the Wizard of Oz. What do you want, Azora? I want a brain.
I only had a brain.
I want all those loved ones that died back.
Axe, I want revenge. Aegis, I want money.
You know, that's not what Aegis wants, but that's besides the point.
I mean, he really wants that 300 he was promised, but didn't get.
It's a means to an end.
A means to an end.
Like, literally, yeah, money is a means to an end.
Yeah, but so's violence, and we try and avoid that.
No, we don't. We don't do it very well.
Who needs divine vengeance when you have a gun?
Imagine the fucking power if Azora was just given, like, a fucking, like, M16. Here you go, Merry Christmas.
That's basically where Kane is at.
Ooh, that actually reminds me. Azora does sort of, like, talk to Aegis. Speaking of one. And, Azora points at those javelins. You made those pretty well. Like, you seem good at that.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident with my woodworking.
Do you think you could make me a couple of those? Actually.
Yeah, of course.
I'm definitely not. It's not my weapon of choice, but...
It's always handy.
Range, yeah. Range is a shortcoming of mine, and, she sort of, like, punches her shoulder. Not too good with a bow and arrow anymore these days.
If you want to fix it...
The moment we're closer to some trees and some workable wood, I can definitely throw something together.
Appreciate it.
Would
save me money on a crossbow and be faster.
You'll still need something to carry them, but that's not much of a problem. Slings are pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna make her javelins once you get into the marsh?
Yeah, once I get somewhere with workable wood, I'll make them at an impressive speed.
Yeah, just to get to Seneca. Got on time as well. Gotcha.
Here's the thing about this move that we've all got to just keep in mind. That your allies will always be surprised by your resourcefulness and speed, so I think every time I do it, it has to get faster to just be more impressive.
Yeah, they have to be surprised.
Yeah,
they always have to be surprised that you've done it.
Yeah, so it always has to be quicker than last time by a surprising degree.
Okay.
Or better craftsmanship.
Oh, it says resourcefulness and speed, so it's both. They will always be better and done faster.
You know what? You know what would be really surprising to Azora? If you just chuckled, already did it, and pulled them out.
Okay, so you quickly
I would be sincerely surprised and impressed.
That's endgame. Like, we gotta keep some surprises.
So you quickly make some javelins out of some workable wood.
Mm.
And the city of Seneca is in sight as the sun is setting.
Hang on, I'll post the thing. So, bundle of javelins. So, a bundle of javelins is, it's 2 ammo thrown near.
And we're forced to be impressed by him.
You are not allowed to not be impressed. Even Corin, who's probably angry at me right now, is just, I gotta him.
Corin is like, that is impressive.
See, it's like balance, because you have better range, because you have better precision, but I have damage, because I have power. It's like...
Power.
The balance.
I have consistency as well, because I will always do damage. I don't even have to roll for it. Well,
true.
So as you approach the gates, the guards, see you approach, and Corin pulls out his citizenship card, and they look at it and nod, and then ask him, "Are those 3 with you?" And then Corin looks back and looks Aegis in the eyes.
Aegis stares at him back and just... Aegis shrugs and says, "I know what you're gonna say."
I'm just reminding you, metagame, that I made less money than Corin did and showed solidarity.
He looks at the guards and says, "They're all with me, yeah."
Oh.
How much did that weigh? Snake?
How much did that weigh?
Javelins.
Javelins. Oh, 1 weight.
Thank you.
Alright. Yeah, the guards nod and just say, "Make sure you don't make any trouble." Make sure they don't make any trouble. And Corin nods.
I still have 9 free space in my inventory.
Alright, so Aegis kind of swallows his pride a little bit as we walk through. He takes out, fuck it. He takes out an additional 80 and tosses it Corin's way and just says, "Lightening my load."
Corin nods and just says...
Snake, are you throwing it on his head? Just here.
No, I'm just tossing it to him in a bag.
Yeah.
Ow.
Corin nods and says, "Glad to be of service."
Next time, lie better.
Mm-hmm.
Did somebody say lying?
He pockets it and heads off.
Suppose it would have been better to say next time lie like that, but that wasn't a lie technically. Okay, well, we're gonna take a day.
Azora does, just take the opportunity to sort of mutter, "Now you made a lot more than me."
If you want some of my money, you're free to take it, but I've got to ask why you... Yeah, actually, Aegis brings up now. I got to ask why you surrendered it so easily.
Didn't want any problems, and frankly, it didn't mean that much to me. But, like they said, their demands seemed pretty reasonable to me. It didn't seem like something you would have a lot of room to negotiate out of.
So you were perfectly okay with letting the money go back into the hands of that school of child kidnappers, torturers, filled with awful bureaucrats and abusive teachers.
Just didn't seem like a fight that was gonna be won.
We were on the border of it. Also, Aegis does go for a bit of a stab and just says, besides, I didn't think it would be unlike you to pick a fight that seemed unwinnable.
That's not true. If a fight's unwinnable, I, generally speaking, will try to avoid it. It's a matter of what good would it have done. Say, like you say, fight unwinnable. Say I had been willing to fight them over the money. Even if I had killed a lot of them, I probably couldn't have killed the whole school. In which case, what good would it have been done?
Are you talking about in regards to the money or the investigation?
Yeah, the money.
I'm not asking you to physically fight them. I meant with words.
Words aren't my department. That's what you're for.
Not when we're separated in jail and in their cells, but for what it's worth, Aegis is trying to pick his words because, God, this is an argument I've wanted us to have, but it actually doesn't feel earned yet, so never mind. There's an argument about money I want us to have, but this is it's not the point for it yet. Not the point for
Azora just shrugs and says, look, I wasn't expecting you to give up, the money from your share or something. I recognize that it was my decision to give in. Okay. I have 20 coin. If I need any more, I might come to you, but...
Sure.
Frankly, 200 coins, a lot more money than I'm comfortable carrying on my person at any time anyways.
Why is that?
Don't really need it, honestly. The most coin I've ever needed at once was about 100 or so for armor, and sort of knocks on her armor that she's currently wearing. Plus, it's just sort of an invitation for thieves or bandits or that sort of thing. It's a bit more weight to be carrying around.
A bandit doesn't know before they've robbed you how much you have, and you say you've never needed that much. A good thief does.
My point being, I'm generally speaking, it's rare that I am in a situation where I need more than 50 coin, and I would rather travel light.
I see, but you never know when you're going to need money. It's always best to have as much in reserve as you can. Rainy days, broken equipment, replacement, more mouths to feed than just your own. You never know you never know when you're going to need money. It's best to keep as much of it as you can, even if as you say, travel light. You just never know.
Azora shrugs. I suppose. Still, I feel like other people could use it more than I could. And then Azora does before Aegis responds with that. The school in question, an exception, of course.
Well, sure, but if you have the money on hand and you feel other people deserve it more, better to have more yourself to give. Man, Aegis is becoming a fucking object.
Randian.
Very Randian.
Hey, M.
Yeah.
Azora can read fine, right?
Not fine, but she can read. Her verbal skills aren't great, particularly with reading, but she is literate, I mean, she has a notebook she was writing in, that whole investigation, and in general, she writes a lot of stuff down.
I mean, how long would it take her to read, a note?
Oh, no, a slow reader, but not
Well, alright, well, so there's nightlife in Seneca is pretty, pretty lively, so there's a decent crowd around.
Effectively dyslexic, I guess I would say.
There's a decent crowd around. Nightlife in Seneca is pretty, lively. Near, in the main square of the city. Azora, someone bumps into you.
Okay.
And walks off into the crowd, and after muttering something, and you see that there is a paper note on your sort of on your chest now, just kind of slammed into your chest.
Okay. Sure, yeah, okay. I'll read that.
Alright, the note says, the inn to your right. In a few minutes, a woman is about to walk out of the door. The man waiting by the door is going to attempt to stab her to death. You should probably stop that.
Okay. Gonna try and get a glimpse at reading the note. What, like, in the space of time this happens, Azora is like about to, instinctually just retaliate before like noticing the note. She's gonna try and get a glimpse of the guy before he's completely gone, if I can.
Yeah, he disappears into the crowd really
Yeah,
quick.
That's fair. Slow reader. Yeah. Alright, so looking around, I see the inn.
She looks
you
see, dead on the floor.
You see an inn to your right. And you see a guy waiting next to the door. Sort of looks kind of fidgety.
Yeah, okay. Azora's going to, Is there any other sort of light post or anything like that around?
Huh?
Is there any sort of, like, lamp post or anything like that?
Yeah, there are lamp posts.
Okay, Azora's going to sort of, just sort of says to this, Jesus Christ, why am I doing that today,
I'm just becoming more and more, I'm becoming more and more Thistlewick by the second. I think it's because of my opposition to the school.
Yeah, true, yeah. Anyways, Azora's like, anyways, I have stuff to do. She's gonna lean against the lamppost closest to the guy, and she's gonna take out...
Sorry, I just find that really amusing, just turns to Aegis. I'm sorry, I've got things to do, and just leans on a lamppost.
But she's going to take out her pipe and pretend to smoke it.
Right. So the guy's sort of fidgety. He's like, sort of gazing and, sort of subtly gazing through like a window.
Can I discern realities on him?
Sure.
Nope.
Yep. And after like a minute, the door to the inn opens up and you see a woman begin to walk out, and you see the guy reach into his coat to grab a dagger.
Yeah, immediately, shield tackle him.
Alright.
Into the wall.
Okay, roll strength. Yeah, you shield tackle him into the wall. Damage?
Damage? So this would be...
Time for the breakneck kid.
Not going full lethal quite yet. Wait, did I... 10 damage.
Yeah, damn. Alright, yeah, he's out. You slam him into the wall with your shield, and the dagger drops to the floor. The woman looks over, shocked.
Yeah, Azora basically holding this guy, now holding him by the throat, just says, "This man tried to attack you. Do you have any idea why?"
She looks at his face, is like, "Oh my god, they know where I live. Oh my god." He's part of my old husband's bandit gang.
I see. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some more questions.
Okay. Thank goodness you have good reflexes. That was... How did you see that coming?
We'll talk about it later. Azora starts dragging the guy to... Basically, dragging him by the throat to a back alley, and just, if you can come with me, please.
Alright. And yeah, she nervously follows you.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Axe and Aegis are at a bar, and we're just drinking.
Oh, if you're still here, Azora was gonna motion for you to follow.
Oh, I can join in on this adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Aegis was just in the dark on this one, just turn. I think, yeah, to put Aegis into the scene, Aegis was probably talking with Axe somewhere else, and then we just hear a fucking crash, and Azora just fucking crushed a guy against the wall, and now she's and motioning for us, and Aegis just walks into the back alley, just, what are you doing?
Azora is, in the alley, tying the guy up, and so, just to the woman, If you could start from the beginning as best you could, I'd like to offer you protection, ideally.
Well, my ex-husband, he had a bandit gang, and well, after we had a child together, I wanted to get out of that life, but he was adamant that he was adamant that he stay in, and he was extremely angry that I wanted to leave. And well, one night I just he told me and when I expressed that I was going to leave with our child anyway, because I can't raise a child in a bandit, around bandits. He threatened. He said that he'd find me if I left. But I escaped anyway.
Where's your kid?
Huh?
Where's your kid?
She's at our home.
We should go.
What's their name?
We should check the home.
Yeah. You, if you could, ma'am, go with these two will go grab your kid, keep you two together, and take her back to our inn. And don't let either of them out of your sight. Keep them protected.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aegis just jokes. Great. Signed up for more free jobs.
I'm sorry.
About money. We got lots of it.
No, don't worry about it. I only ask for pay before things start. You just jump the queue a little.
Oh, all right. Thank you. I'll lead you to my home. My name's Ellen Thorne, by the way.
Aegis Aglier.
Thorne, like the thing on plants.
And yeah, she nervously leads you off.
Actually, before they leave, Azora sort of subtly tries to stop Aegis and just sort of be careful to trust her. And then, just has him continue.
Okay, I set Axe as my, what's it called?
Fulcrum?
My fulcrum, thank you. You remember
right.
gameplay from March. That's not my
Can't believe it.
I said that defensive thingamajiggy. We stand. They get hurt, so you don't. Yeah, I do follow her. I guess me and Axe are following behind her.
Yep.
Aegis is gonna keep a watch out for anyone approaching, making sure there's some people keep a clear distance from her. And from us, really.
You hear a loud sneeze, Aegis.
I turn to look in its direction.
You turn to look in its direction, and you see the guy who sneezed kind of just walk into a building. But the wall he was standing in front of when he sneezed has a poster on it that says two bandits have her kid hostage. Be careful.
I kind of can Axe read? Have we been over that, whether Axe can read or not?
I think we've decided Axe can't really read.
Okay.
I thought we said
he could.
Yeah, he could.
He could.
We said he could.
Okay.
Yeah.
Without alerting the woman, I think we might. No, I'm gonna keep that. I kind of grab Axe's arm and I point him to that sign.
What did that sign say again?
It said, the bandits have her kid hostage. Be careful.
Axe just nods.
Yeah.
And then he grabs his axe. Axe time?
Not yet. But
no.
Might be soon.
And yeah, she's still walking towards her place, and she pauses when she notices that you paused, and looks to you.
Oh, Aegis just turns and looks at her and keeps, starts walking again, it was nothing.
Okay, and, leads you to, her house, and,
Here's the question for you guys, I would point out, why would they bother taking the kid hostage if they were just trying to kill her? They just attempted, why would they take the kid hostage then without even telling her?
Well,
just try and kill her.
Bandit Lord might still want his kid back if this woman is being straight with us. And
no,
angry at her, not angry at the kid. Bandit Lord wants his kid back, so that's still not impossible.
But specifically being hostage, though, versus just, like, kidnapped, if that makes sense. The fact that they specifically said that the note said hostage seems odd, Could
be bait to get her to surrender her own life, come forward and get killed for, I don't know. It's a lot of weird fucking
just something to throw out there.
Yeah. But when we get to the house, Aegis does, like, stop the walls and just, like, say, give us the key, we'll go ahead.
Alright, yeah. She hands you a key.
And I'm gonna discern realities on the house.
Alright.
And I don't... Oh, yeah, I'll just discern realities. I hope I do well. What here is not what it appears to be, like, examining the exterior of the house. Actually, no, what should I go on the lookout for? What should I go on the lookout for?
Oh, okay. You should be on the lookout for, there's, a window in the house, you should be on the lookout for, you should be on the lookout for, like, an entrance into the house, like, that has, like, a sort of, blind spot from any windows. So the front door, anyone inside could see you approaching the front door. But, there is a, side door entrance that wouldn't anyone looking out a window, out a window, but also out of sight from being viewed from outside the window would not be able to see. That's a blind spot. That would be a blind spot for them.
All right, so we should come in via the side. Yeah, I kind of point to Axe and I ask, actually no, we should go in at once because I'm useless in combat on my own. But I'm like, all right, yeah, I say. So swing around the side and head on in. This is like a bungalow. This is like a pretty simple house, isn't it? This is nothing fancy.
Yeah, it's simple.
Yeah. So it's probably like one room inside and pretty open plan.
Yeah. Pretty open floor plan. There's like, the living room, dining room, and kitchen are all just kind of connected, and then there's like a bedroom and a bathroom.
Yeah, I point out to Axe like, We'll go in from the side and we'll try and take whoever's in there by surprise.
Roger.
We could have done a two-pronged assault, but I'm useless on my own, so...
You can still kind of do it two-pronged.
Maybe, if I quite...
One thing I would point out is since you have javelins, you can, like, hopefully kind of fight from the window, so you could sort of remain keeping an eye on her, Well, you could support him from outside.
That's the point. Even though I wouldn't have much many angles to work with. Anyway, that's fine. Let's go in. Let's go in from the side. I give Axe the key. And I'm just like, Aegis does kind of joke to him, like, okay, look, here's the key, but a big guy like you can probably get through that door a lot quicker.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What were their names again?
Ellen.
The woman said, her name is Ellen Thorne.
And what was the daughter's name?
The daughter's name is Cleo.
Oh, daughter of
If I
Cleon.
misspelled those.
Cleon, no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Alright, so what do you do?
I'm like in position behind Axe. I've got a javelin ready for like when we go in.
Alright. Axe, what do you do?
It's time for Axe. Kick the fucking door in.
Oh, okay.
That key was all for nothing.
Imagine if they hadn't taken the child hostage yet.
Oh, no. Okay, you really want us to go sneaky?
No, you do you. I think we're treating this like we're assaulting this place, and sometimes surprise really goes a long way.
Yeah, no. Axe is just gonna go. Surprise, motherfucker.
Alright, roll,
Just attacks the first thing and, like, cleaves this child in twain.
The good news is the bandits haven't got your kid.
Like fucking Akira nearly fucking chopping Ricario's leg off that one time.
Roll strength.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it takes you 2 kicks. There's one large kick. There's one, and then a second large kick breaks the door in, and you see, 2 people. So you see two men, have daggers out, and there is a young girl sort of tied up on a table.
I want to throw a javelin over my compatriot's shoulder into one of the two.
Oh,
right.
Also Neo.
I'm aiming, for the record, I'm aiming for the guy's shoulder, like not for the neck or the head or anything.
Gotcha.
Also, I should have done this before we started combat, but whatever. I want to trigger my rage, which is I roll Constitution, and
certainly.
I hope I roll well. And after this, I might not roll
nice.
again.
I get to
You
roll
hold
3
fury. Yes. All right. So Aegis.
Okay.
Right.
What's this? Let me look to remind
it's
me.
It's a volley. Ain't it?
Yeah, 7 to 9. So I can lose ammo, or I'm just gonna lose ammo on this first one.
Okie dokie.
It's pretty easy with say it in a metagame sense. Ammo is pretty readily available for
roll damage.
Yeah. Yeah, that actually is one of those things I hadn't thought about. You can be a lot more generous with that, which does make volley a lot stronger for you. That's kind of cool.
All right, yeah, you get a guy in the shoulder, and like he sort of screams out in pain, and yells out, there's fucking 2 of them! All right, Axe, what do you do?
At this moment, Axe is gonna rush the other one. And he's gonna basically tackle him into the wall.
All right.
He's going shoot.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, roll strength.
And
all right. So
what weapon did this guy have?
He has he has a dagger.
Okay, you know what I want to do instead? I want to use my Thunder Wave.
Oh.
I spend 1 fury, and I get to, when you deal damage, you may spend 1 fury instead to destroy a weapon, shield, or other object that creature is wielding.
Okay, so you want to destroy his dagger.
Yeah.
All right.
Destroyed.
Yeah, you just you pommel into him, and he attempts to stab you with the dagger as you do so, but it just you just tense a muscle where it's going in, and it just fucking bends right at it, and he drops it as you barrel him into the wall.
Yeah, Axe is just going, not today.
All right.
That means I don't get. That means it doesn't proc my fulcrum. That means I just don't immediately do more damage. That's okay. Aegis is keeping some distance. Has Ellen stayed put?
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she looks frightened.
Yeah, okay. Aegis is gonna he's staying by the doorway, but he's just gonna prep another javelin and have it pointed at the guy, and Aegis is gonna tell the guy to drop the knife. I'm gonna do a hold up with a fucking javelin.
Ooh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, and he's currently already had one stuck in his shoulder, so let's see. Do you have a move for this? Or
I don't have a move for it. I don't have a move, specifically for this.
Alright, so just roll charisma.
Nope.
No. Yeah, he looks at you, and he looks at the kid, and then he dives for the kid.
I'm throwing a javelin at him.
Alright, throw a javelin.
I had it prepped. I hope this works. Let me look at the exact wording of something.
He's gonna impale the kid.
Yeah, I gotta make sure I don't do that. Well, it says it places me in danger of the GM's choice. So I'm not sure whether I should pick that over ammo. Fuck it. I'm just gonna expend the ammo and have no more javelins for this scene.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to move in with my spear after this.
Roll your damage.
I hope I roll good. He already had 5. I wonder how tardy.
And it's not like, you know, it's not the worst damage on a d6.
I'm just throwing a javelin at a diving boy.
Yeah, you get him in the side, and he stumbles and sort of falls over, like, he sort of stumbles and falls over, like, onto the table, like, bracing himself on the table as he's, like, trying to pull. He pulls, as, like, he just grunts and starts pulling the javelin out of his, out of his side.
I have a move. Oh, I'm gonna do something, and it's gonna be brutal, but... Yeah, no. Alright, I'm gonna do a thing. Aegis decides, he's gonna give up his post. He charges in as this guy's trying to get the javelin out of his side. Aegis runs in and, like, grabs the javelin and, like, uses it to shove him off to the table into the ground.
Oh, shit. Alright. Well, strength.
Yeah, Aegis is gonna run in and, like, try and use the javelin to keep him down, essentially. I clicked on roll. Do I wait? I'll click again. Nope, 7.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Which one do we use? Which one do we use?
They're so different.
Oh, God. Okay, so, alright, roll damage.
I have a move that I've never used, and I'm not going to use it now, but I have the move Feint, where on a 7 to 9, I can just decide, nah, fuck it. That was a feint. I didn't actually attack. I have a move that's literally just back down the move.
To take it back.
The ultimate insecure move.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. He cries out in pain. And, before, like, he, like, passes out, he does, like, stab his dagger at, like, your knee.
Ooh.
Into your leg, we'll say.
Wait,
side of your.
Why does it say I have
the side
armor?
of your calf. You have 3 armor?
I don't remember.
I thought you did.
What?
I don't see why I do. I should have 2 really. One from the additional.
Do you have a move that adds like proficiency with shield or something?
Yeah, I do. I'm just trying to question though, like.
So one from your war and armor, one from your shield, one from the proficiency move.
I forget what other like. Do we like ignore shield armor if it's like really is if it's definitely going in a place where his shield wouldn't?
Not mechanically, no. There's nothing for that in this world.
Yeah, not mechanically.
I'm sorry. Just going. I'm just wondering why because I know I have at least 2 because I have the shield and I have a move that makes my shield better.
I mean,
it does. Also wore leather armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I do wear leather armor. I think I start with some basic armor. I will work this out in due time. I put 3 down, and I'm not sure I did that by mistake. I doubt I did that by mistake.
It doesn't say you have leather armor on your gear.
No, I didn't do it by mistake, so I can't click on it. I can't accidentally, like, mouse wheel over it. And I may have just not written it down, but that would just give me one more load than I already had.
Like, I remembered you as having leather armor.
I mean, as according to my character image, at least, but...
Yeah.
Let me see.
I thought it was, like, on... I had a distinct impression of you having leather armor.
Did I, at any point, get in a fire that destroyed my leather armor? That happened in the last fucking...
You destroyed a shield at one point, but then you made a new one.
Yeah. I remember that was the thing of getting the metal parts was a bit tricky. This is a very interesting conversation.
Whatever. It's like you're gonna fucking sleep off this damage immediately anyway. So yeah, it does no damage.
My knee.
Yeah, he just very weakly tries to sink a dagger into your calf, and it just doesn't do anything. Before like he passes out. Meanwhile, Axe, the guy you have pinned to the wall.
Oh yeah, no, Axe is gonna attack him. Axe wanna attack him with his axe.
With his axe? You have him pinned to a wall.
No,
you'd have to back off of him to do that.
Must he? He can hold into the wall. He's a big guy. Hold into wall with one hand, axe with the other hand.
I just realized what I can do. I'm gonna headbutt him.
Alright.
I have a bear.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you got that thing.
Yeah. So Axe just go, oh lordy.
Oh my.
Add +1. So, oh god. 7.
Yeah, he's out.
I'm pretty sure he cracked his skull.
Yeah, he's out.
Rip him.
Yeah.
Aegis goes to the front door and opens it.
All right, yeah. Ellen runs forward, says, "What happened in there? What's going on?"
They'd beaten us here.
Oh my God, Cleo! And she runs towards her daughter on the table, and undoes her bindings.
Oh yeah.
Aegis is gonna close. Aegis closes the front door and the side door. But and says to Axe, "Keep an eye on them. I'm going to go and fetch Azora."
Okay, so let's cut to Azora.
Yeah.
You have you were waiting in the alley with the guy you knocked out?
Trying to wake him up.
Yeah. He's up within a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes to sort of dazed, what the hell happened?
Just sort of, so tied him up, just sort of have him against the wall. Who do you work for? Just go Batman voice. Where are the other drugs going?
Where's Rachel?
I pray to God. Pray to me! All right, no, yeah, he sort of dazed, wakes up, just starts trying to move, but sees that he's tied up. He looks very confused.
Azora just sort of has him, grabbing him by the hair, essentially. Who do you work for?
I work for your mercenary, the Masked Man.
Hey.
Alright,
actually you turn around and there stands a man in jeans.
Yeah.
This city just showed you that it's full of people ready to leave in good.
Alright.
He looks up as he leaves the house and there's just a plane being tethered to another plane flying over the city.
Okay, yeah. So he just grunts out. It's like, what's it to you?
Azora just sort of rips out some hair.
Ow! Fuck!
When you can't explain why you're involved, the best thing to do is just hurt people.
Azora, out of character, I've forgotten the name of the guy, but I just say the name of the guy he supposedly works for to him.
She didn't give you a name.
Wait, she didn't? I thought.
No, yeah,
I asked her.
My ex-husband. Did you ask her?
Yeah.
Oh, huh.
Did that?
I guess I didn't catch that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's.
I
have been getting cut out.
Right. Well, okay. If you asked her, then she said. Let's see. It's got a name. Edgar Frost is his name. Yeah.
He's gonna interview some guy later.
Yeah, after do that, Azora says the name that, she was told to look for reaction in him.
Alright, yeah, he just kind of spits out and just says, well, if you knew already, why the fuck did you ask me?
Alright, good, he's being cooperative, and then, Azora is basically going to explain, the situation as it was explained to her, to him, so, she left, him, and, you were hired to kill her, basically. Or you were given the job of, attacking her.
He looks around and just says, what are you gonna do with me?
Lead me to him. I'll make you a deal. Don't contact any guards from the city. I just, take me alone to talk to him.
You let me walk free?
Sure. And, Azora does, cut his legs, keeping his hands tied together.
Alright. He gets up and just says, well, alright, he's not in the city. He doesn't live in the city.
Alright, where is he?
He lives a bit west of here. Operator of a hut in the marsh. He told us to kill the. He told us kill the bitch, get his kid.
Right. Well then, guess we're going to be setting out on a trip together.
Oh hell.
And Azor just sort of, says, sit tight. We got some other people coming, and then. I don't know. Can I just bonk him on the head, knock him back out again?
He's tied up. Under the rules, he's defenseless technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just? Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to roll damage. So you just repeat.
You just Arkham Batman now. Sleep tight.
Aegis just runs around the corner the exact moment she conks him out again. Yeah. He's like, you just love hitting this guy, don't you?
Yeah. Now all Azora has, if she wants to talk to him again, she just has to walk to the other side of the city and unload. Where he is, and come back.
The fucked up stuff was that Ariana was the one who had fucking Arkham Batman moves. And I never got to fucking use most of them. Did I ever do the fucking ambush move once?
I think once, but I can't remember in what. So I remember you talking about it for setting up and just basically laying out, and this is why I should be able to do ambush in this situation.
Okay. So, what do you do?
Wait for them to show back up.
Well,
right.
Aegis with and runs. He ran back to lead her to the house.
Okay,
not the most comforting figure to leave them with, but
he's the biggest and he's very strong and
he's like a teddy bear. He's like Jolly Green Giant. He's like Paul Bunyan. Kids love Paul Bunyan. They made a Disney about him.
They made a Disney about him. They did.
I do like the idea that Axe is just like Paul Bunyan.
I mean, it's not like that puzzle where you have a fox and a chicken and you have to take them on a boat.
I feel like we would have the party for that. We can't leave Azora with the prisoner because she'll kill the prisoner, but we also can't leave the prisoner with, I don't know, some other person. You get the...
Aegis would sell him off, actually drive him to just die. I don't know how. Communism.
Oh, man.
Axe really needs a big blue ox to be his companion.
He tried to have a gorilla.
Actually, that would be fucking good if he had an ox.
I could have had an ape.
Anyway. I feel like an ox would be better.
Alright, so, yeah, Aegis
We
approaches.
have a cart.
They had people at the house, but we were able to get them out. Kid's safe.
Glad to hear it. Confirmed her story with this guy. He's, it's like she all said. She seems to be on the level. I'm curious, so, to explain... I got tipped off before this happened. A guy gave me a note. I didn't get a look at him.
So she has a guardian angel.
Apparently someone in the organization.
Well, he's pretty fast acting. He was able to throw up a street sign throw up a poster saying that there were people in the house. So whoever's keeping an eye on her, quick.
In the know. In any case, Azora sort of kicks the unconscious one. I got him to talk, and he's gonna lead us to the guy. He's outside of the city, though.
Let's go to her house first, and
yeah, might be worth setting out in the morning.
Yeah,
it's I'm asking you.
No, that was.
I'm gonna say normally Azora would be not, but. I hit level, so I kind of want to level up first.
Wow.
I need to level up.
It wasn't even a practical in-story reason of make sure she's safe for the night or get her somewhere hidden or level up. I need to sleep.
Yeah. No, okay. Yeah, fair enough. It might be good to, give her, get her set up in better hiding.
Yeah, you head back to her house, and she, when she sees you, she says, "Oh, thank you so much. Would you like? You could stay here if you for the night. If you, if you don't want me to pay you, I could at least give you room and board.
That'll work.
Yeah, I agree with that. You know what? As controller of Ariana, I've decided that, he's another crime guy. The web, this guy, he's been a thorn in our side in the web, so we're going to be indebted to the party for taking care of him.
I've decided that he works for the web.
No!
We would never hire people like this. We have standards.
We have, stuff where we can get her set up in Terrebone in exchange for taking care of some of their competition.
This is some fucking wild metagaming right here. Inter-party, inter-campaign metagaming. I don't like that.
Well, you should. You say this as you've talked about how you want us to see Terrebone and whatnot in the current state. I feel like that's kind of inviting inter-party metagaming.
Alright, so yeah, you're off for you're giving room and board to her house.
This guy, just have him like Dodd in fucking Fargo,
What about the other two?
Well,
I thought they were dead.
I'm going to make some
Axe
more javelins.
conked out the guy, with the headbutt. I don't know about the guy who had a javelin dug into his.
Well, I don't think he's dead. I mean, he has an act. I could say I at least do a very basic bandaging job on him.
Right.
Grab just some fabrics to bind the wound so he's not bleeding to death in the house. But
right.
The question then becomes, where do we keep them for a night? I guess we tie them up as well and use all of them as we march them out of town. It's just big bandits, big crime.
I guess it might be useful to have backup so we can if it starts getting uppity, we can just have the threat of just killing that. It makes them disposable, so more compliant.
So I guess we tie those guys up as well.
Azora is about to, crack their neck, and then, that's a good point. It makes them feel more disposable, and therefore more open to leverage. Good thinking.
And Aegis is just kind of staring blankly. He has that look you see in anime when someone is just beyond the point of being able to really understand something. Their eyes are just drawn blank.
Okay, these two were about to murder a child. The one dove for the child, and you can't be are you really gonna kill these defenseless? Come on, you gotta give me this one. Come on,
kidnap a child to take it back to their abusive dad. I think there's a bit of difference.
He lunged for the child with a knife. You were step away from the child in a hostage situation, and he was just lunges for the child. Come on!
Alright, part 1 of my counter argument. That's metagame knowledge. Part 2, may not have been there. Probably wasn't going to kill him, was probably going to use that to make me back off. 3,
no, but I'm saying
no matter what.
Metagame. I'm not arguing this in character. We can have that. I'm just arguing Aegis shouldn't be protecting these people. He's seen them be try and stab a child.
He doesn't know their situation.
Also, I'll say that. I'll put this as well. Aegis's argument isn't one of morality. It's that more dead bodies are a problem. In the middle of a fucking town. We've got a lot of explaining to do. If they're dead, it's even more explaining than that.
She might have to get, she might be fleeing the town too. It's whatever. Maybe we should get a cart.
I'm gonna sound like a bit of a criminal empire lord guy right now, but dead bodies, bad business. I mean, granted,
actually, what, Eric?
Business, except for the funeral empire.
Azora does ask, how do you get this house? Out of curiosity. Not taking an interrogative tone to this, but just how long have you been here, and how did you find this place? Is this your house?
I've been here a few months. When I left Ed, with the baby, I traveled. First I traveled to Putnam, But, well, after the war broke out, they got a bit weird and didn't seem like a good environment to raise Cleo in. So eventually I left them. For Seneca, I put in a lot of work there with the coal mines to eventually have good enough and I brought a bunch of coal to Seneca, sold it for enough money to get a house. The leader of Putnam wouldn't be too happy if he knew that.
I see. Hey, could you show us on a map, actually, where... Well, I guess he'd have to be telling us, the guy who's unconscious right now.
We can wake him up. We can have a breakfast powwow with the guy.
Yeah. Just because it's one of those things... So here's the thing. And Azora sort of talks us over. Kind of uncomfortable with just leaving her here unprotected when we know they know about this place, you know?
Well, that's the thing. In the morning, I think we should find somewhere secretive to put her away.
Yeah, that's like, how do we do that?
Dump her on Corim.
I wasn't thinking Corim. You know what I was thinking? Church of Tolerance. Hide her out there.
I mean, but then they'd have to tolerate anyone who came looking for her.
I was gonna say Dream People.
Wait, you say we
start of that argument again.
I wasn't gonna say, like, fucking leave her, like, put her in the dreamscape. I'm saying, hey, you guys kind of owe us, and, you know, you have a pretty good defense on anyone coming here. Could you keep this person safe, not in the dreamscape?
I think that, depending on where we're going, a side trip to Coral may or may not be on the books, so put that in the maybe pile.
Coral's weird, though. They have, like, the one guy, you know, like...
Yeah, if they do find her, she's fucked, but they probably won't find her there.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it took them months to track her down this time. I think one town
I don't know, I just think Dream People, like... You know, because it's pretty safe. Like, if the bandits try and come into the town, like...
They get dreams napped.
Yeah, and even then, it's not like anyone's gonna leak information as to where she is from there. It seems like about the safest place we could put her for now.
Yeah, but we might have to go through the whole dream kerfuffle again if we go back there. Actually, I doubt it, because we broke out, so we can't go back. Yeah, we're fine. It's just taking her there, she'll instantly, like, fucking...
We'll have to send, like, one of us ahead to be like, hey, we have someone, we want to get her in here without, like, in the dream thing. You know, like, can we
swing that?
Yeah.
I don't know, I think we should look within Seneca for the meanwhile, just save on time and probably still safer. We obviously can't leave her.
I feel like we don't know who we can trust, though, in Seneca is the thing.
I feel kind of equally...
Like, I'm worried about putting her in a place that seems trustworthy, but because we know they have more people than just these three in the town.
I just don't want to fucking make the trip back to Coral and up again, depending on where we have to go. Like, that is 2 perilous journeys, at least.
Do you know that they have more than 3 people in the town?
Well, whoever left the note was clearly in the know with the organization. So I assume there's someone in the gang who, like, feels bad about this.
Oh.
And is trying to look out for her.
I am just gonna...
Good job, Axe.
Let's wait until the morning, and I'll actually ask Corim first if he knows anyone in town that can hide her out. Because we're not going to bring Corim along on this job. This is going to be a violent job, so Corim probably shouldn't come... Like, he's a tracker, not a...
Yeah.
Or at least if he does come along, he'll be on the sidelines and very far back.
You know, here, I will throw this out, though, because I assume we're having basically this conversation in character. Azora, you know, does, like, say to her, and say this, you know, with, like, sort of eyeing other people, like, stop me if you're gonna have a problem with this, but, you know, even once go in and try and take care of this, can never know if there's not going to be someone still looking for you or looking for a bit of revenge or something around here. If you want, and since they have your address here, if you want passage to somewhere safer, I know Terrebonne, a lot of people are freeing to. Or, no, actually, I don't say the city, that's out of character. I say there's that one city people are going to, somewhere around here. Azora sort of, in any case, if you want safe passage somewhere,
so she actually speaks up and says, I don't think that'll be all that necessary. You said you're going to go find Edgar in the morning, right?
Azora nods.
Well, if you take care of him, then quickly, I shouldn't have to worry about much. He's not. The truth be told, when I left him, he didn't have that big of an operation going on, and from what I understand, he hasn't exactly expanded that much.
It is ultimately up to you, but this is your and your child's life you're betting on. That no one's gonna want to avenge him.
Well, I doubt anyone would want to. He's small time anyway.
It's your call, but the offer stands.
I know, thank you, but frankly, I think I'd be in more danger traveling the road to Terrebonne than I would be from whatever loyal bandit he has under him that would care enough to avenge his death and seek me out here.
If you're worried about safety, I'll say this much, I'm more confident in promising you with our protection that you will make it safely to Terrebonne than...
That's not necessary.
Aegis at this point is just eyeing and says, "You're pushing for Terrebonne an awful lot."
Okay, I'm just like, I don't trust her safety.
3 times.
Okay, no, she's like, I'm worried about her. I don't want to, do this to protect her, and then she dies anyway. Azora's whole thing is kind of like protecting people, getting them to safety. That's, the big thing here, Azora really doesn't like leaving these people in a situation she feels is dangerous.
When I left him, he only had 7 people with him.
Azora sort of points to the 3 people we have, and do you recognize any of these 3?
I recognize 2 of them.
2 is still, less than... That still means there's at least 1 person you don't recognize, which means he has expanded to some people.
To some, but the war around and the marsh...
He had the money left over to get this many people into town, but I think you're worrying too much, Azora. As she says, he's just a bandit leader. These people are more loyal to the coin he's providing than to revenging their boss's shattered pride.
Very well.
And besides, if it was really loyal to him, I think town wouldn't matter too much.
Alright.
Okay, so, you have everyone board for the night.
At one other point, I just want to throw out there, Azora does talk to, Cleo.
Alright, yeah.
And just, see how she's doing, see how she's holding up.
Yeah, she's a bit shaken up, but, she's calming down.
Yeah, and Azora just, talks to her Azora is surprisingly good with kids, I'll say. She's not great, but she's, she seems to talk a bit more naturally and fluidly to kids than with other people. She also smiles around kids, which she never really does for anyone else.
Yeah.
You know what? Azora, actually, Azora asks her if she likes, books or reading or poetry or songs or stuff like that.
She likes picture books.
Picture books, Well, and Azora starts explaining how words can paint the most beautiful pictures and pulls out the poetry book she got and starts explaining high literature to this
she
child.
Kept that. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Stole from the school.
They never took it.
Like a few sessions later, you're just accosted by a bunch of Mandela Knights. Stealing
Excuse me,
property.
that's our property. We're charging 700 coin for it.
The fucking librarian got, like, brain wiped, so he doesn't even fucking remember.
Alright, so...
Man,
yeah.
I got fucking letters from a library near me for, like, 5 years to return a book I took out when I was in primary school that I swear I returned, but couldn't find the fucking thing.
Alright,
Like,
so...
I was, like, late into secondary school and still getting letters to return it. I know you're at GCSE now, but please return this book you took from the
I've
library.
accidentally stolen so many library books that I realized I had just forgotten about. There's one on Helen Keller I kept on refinding.
Alright, so, pretty uneventful night.
Yep.
Wake up in the morning. What do you do?
I go and I track down Corum and I update him on...
Yeah.
I update him on the previous night and just ask if he has anywhere in town that a woman could be hidden and relatively safe.
He thinks on it, and he says that you might be might be good dropping her off at one of the churches in town.
That's what I thought. I mean, who's...
They all take asylum.
There was that church we worked with before.
Yeah, the
Church of Tolerance.
Which I said earlier as an idea.
Oh, I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's alright. Neo said they would have to tolerate people trying to kidnap her.
Have to tolerate that.
Yeah, I guess is gonna go back with that suggestion. Like, how about we drop her off with the Church of Tolerance? They should house her for... Well, we should only be gone for a day or so, right?
What are all of the churches in town? Let's find the one that
every single one. Gotcha. Yeah,
I'll list down every single church. Which one would be best to defend a woman from an abusive
Is there a church of defense?
The Church of No means no.
The Church of Spousal Abuse.
Oh no.
Wow, that's a dark
I like
church.
the idea if we bring her there, but it's like the opposite direction, you know? Like, it's
like
the
opposite direction. There's just one guy in there and he's like, no, this is about being against spousal abuse, but everyone just throws things through my windows because they get the wrong idea. And he's wearing a wife beater vest.
Oh no.
I'm reclaiming it!
He's drinking a can of Stella. He's just made of visual puns, even though he's actually against spousal abuse, okay?
That Stella pun was like the most fucking highbrow, like, joke we've had in a long time.
Was it highbrow?
I feel like it was. Streetcar, that's highbrow.
Translator's note. Stella is colloquially known as wife beater due to its relative cheapness and high alcoholic content.
Oh, is that the reference you were making?
Yeah. Stella,
I was thinking fucking Streetcar Named Desire.
And Stella. What do you think you meant drinking Stella? Oh, you were thinking it was like a triple fucking on top. No, the
I thought that was the joke, that Stella, because, like, fucking Streetcar Named Desire, yeah.
Wow. No, I was just making a colloquial-based pun, not a literary one.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Williams.
Theatrical, actually. Wow.
True.
Hey, Azora's about literature.
Oh, yeah.
We're just both very in character right now. I've always wanted to play Blanche Dubois.
Okay, so what do you do?
Aegis puts forward, let's drop her off with the Church of Tolerance. They should shelter her for a bit. And they'll put up with it, at least.
See if you can get us a cart, too.
You know, I've been meaning for us to get a cart, so I may as well put the money down on that shit.
Oh, you may as well.
Dungeon World, where's that fucking equipment list?
Easy.
What you mean there's no fucking cart?
What? I can't do a fucking... The
fuck
fuck
accent was I on foot, you cunt? I don't know. It's generic making...
Where are you?
What you mean there's no fucking shit?
Well,
Got children here, what am I supposed to do with this fucking tomato fiasco?
Well, I could get us a wagon and a... How many horses would I need to pull a wagon? And actually, God, no. Here's the thing. On the one hand, we want to get, like, upgrade. We've always gone cart and donkey, but we always lose it as well. So why get the more expensive thing?
Yeah, you're right.
And, like, here's the thing. Wagon, 150 coins. Horse, 75 coins. I think you need 2 horses to a wagon, but I might be wrong.
Axe can pull a wagon.
We'll have 1 horse, 1 axe. Or just 1 axe.
How much was rations, by the way?
Rations are 3 coin, I believe, 5 uses.
3 coin, 5 uses. Let's see now. Axe is just gonna tally up. I think I'll buy 15 uses.
Felina was the inventor character, right?
No.
No, Felina's the thief.
Which one's the inventor?
Fiero.
You need to play Fiero just so you can invent the car and then just immediately retire the character and play one you want to play instead.
I feel like Fiero has I don't think I really can play Fiero now. Like, if I played her, this was kind of the session to play her. Because her whole thing, like, had to do with, like, basically fanning the flames of war to try and get sweet weapons building contracts for her family's company. So, like, that I feel like she would be kind of like showing up after the wars ended. Hey, can I build an arms factory here? Look at these cool weapons. Maybe this is World War I, though. Maybe World War II is right around the corner.
Yeah,
maybe like the Confederacy or maybe the League's gonna be paying some major reparations. You're not
working on a machine gun. You're working on an assault rifle now. You're like, let's downsize. Let's make these man portable and get some real shit going.
Oh, but I have like a whole chart of like weapons I want to like make building up in sequence leading to power armor.
Where the fuck is
I think you've jumped a few guns medieval tech wise, but this is also magic.
Well, it builds her family on her grandmother's side.
Let's say we should really
get
along. Yeah.
Anyway, okay, let's talk about money quickly. Let's do this very, very quickly. Should we invest in a wagon and a horse and, like, we finally upgrade beyond the old classic cart and donkey? Or are we just getting a fucking cart and donkey again?
I don't think we need an... I don't know, I said it... I feel like...
Here's the thing, it's an investment for the future, the wagon and horse. Because, we don't need one right now, but it could be handy to have.
I mean, it could, you say, but we could just get our own horses and ride.
But it's about the load thing. It's about having somewhere to stash all of our stuff.
What's the difference in load between a wagon and a cart?
Cart and donkey want to carry your burdens. That's load 20. A wagon is load 40.
And a horse is an additional 10 load.
Yeah.
Why don't we just go and buy a hovel?
Yeah, and then what? And then move the hovel with us.
And carry the hovel.
We'll just attach. It's cheaper to build a hovel and attach a horse to it, and then drag the hovel.
Fuck it, we should buy a hovel.
If you want to buy a hovel, you have the coins to do so. I'm asking for something that we can carry stuff with us with.
Does it have to be a horse? There are other like beasts of burden in Hemlock. How about those dinosaur and Kylosaur?
Oh my god!
Look, a hovel is only 20.
Can I just get a definitive? Do we want to put some money down on a wagon and horse?
I only have 20 coins, so like...
okay, this is a conversation between me and Axe then, and...
Yeah.
I have...
8. Axe wants 8.
Oh my god!
Hey, Neo, I'm buying a fucking cart.
Sweet, you're the one on the fucking time limit.
Yeah, sorry.
You know that, right?
Yeah, no, but no, a cart, horse and a cart will be fine, even if
it's a horse and wagon or donkey and cart.
Why can't we have a horse and cart?
Oh my!
The horse and the wagon come separately. The horse is 75 coin. The wagon is 150. The cart and donkey come together. They're 50 coin.
Look, we're overspending 225, and we're basically getting the fucking Rolls Royce of the cart and donkey world here.
You know, for once in our life, we should give ourselves some nice money, something nice. So yeah, let's get the fucking wagon and horse.
Yeah, you turn to Aegis and you say, "Hey, could you get us a cart?" And Aegis comes back later with a fucking wagon and a horse, and you're just like, "Aegis, what the fuck?"
Do you want to take 100 for Max?
All right, yeah, let's split it that way. Take 100 from. So you're paying up 100. I'll pay 125.
Oh.
So you're spending 100, I'm spending 125, and I'll come back with.
Granted,
just to confirm, Neo. So it is one horse to a wagon. Then it's not. Like,
yeah.
Okay, good.
You know, X could buy more rations.
Where are you going with this?
Yeah,
no, I'm
where
just
are you
saying
going with this?
good. Because X has like
he sees the size of the wagon and goes.
Have you bought a horse and wagon or not?
Yes,
I have.
Okay.
I have 95 coin left on my person. And can we add that as like a character sheet just so we have a separate inventory to work with?
Oh, we have one. We have one already. It's 75 coin.
No, we're not using 75 coin.
75 coin is
75 coin is fucking dead.
Yeah, why isn't he in dead? Or something.
I don't have a dead category because only 75 coin is dead.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
Only 75? No one else?
Yeah.
How's Pepsi doing?
Pepsi's fine. Pepsi's in the Hall of Fame.
He's smarter. He's
fine. Yeah, he's doing fine.
Smarter than the average bear.
Is Bella dead? She's not in the Hall of Fame.
She didn't complete a campaign. I know that's not her fault, but you know.
Oh yeah. Oh god, I just looked at Leon Big Dick.
How about wow?
Big
Nedwin.
Dick gave us half.
Nedwin is technically dead.
Neo, I'm throwing this out to you. What color is the horse? Not that you care, I know, but just throw it out there.
It's going to be the image. I'm putting an image in, and that's going to be what it looks like.
All right,
and
then I'll pick a name based on what it looks like.
Or does it already have a name?
I've gone on the web. I just decided to look up like horse names to start getting some inspiration. One of the horse names it's throwing out is Jaguar, and that's fucking stupid.
We could get a Jaguar.
Let's not open this can of worms when I roll up a wagon and a fucking Jaguar instead of a horse.
Why don't we, instead of a horse, get a Raptor King?
Just turn up and just... Azora goes, but Aegis, a Jaguar isn't a load-bearing animal. And I'll say, Azora, you fool, it has 10
There, it's there, look. See, it's there. Under Shahina.
Oh, that's what it looks like. Okay.
Oh, guys, I just looked.
Alright, the horse is named, Russell.
Okay.
I named the horse Russell.
Speaking of horses, the last episodes of BoJack Horseman came out today. On the day of England leaving the EU.
Didn't they not renew that show because the
What's
union?
more depressing?
That's the theory.
Anyway, guys,
so
I can buy a keg of dwarven stout.
So you're going to get the bandit guy to lead you to the thing then?
Yeah. Yes. Also, I named. Do all of us have access to this sheet?
The horse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've named it. Yes. It's Russell plus the hovel. I named our wagon the hovel.
Oh.
There we go.
Actually, should we end of session here, considering?
Yeah.
Like we're going to go on a perilous journey and do a fight, and that could take a while.
Yeah.
And we are heading up on the hour mark.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I'm buying some benches.
Gotcha.
Hey, we've got. Let's try and keep this one intact for a while.
Oh yeah, you've bought a horse and wagon. You've got
fuck it
now.
All these cool mounts, and we got a boring ass horse.
Right. Fuck it. I'm I'm doing it. I'm buying a keg of Dwarven Stout.
Okay, any bonds? Bonds?
Ooh.
Advance
I haven't been thinking about them. I don't think I have advanced. Let me just... No, yeah, I don't think so. I've not updated any bonds. Nothing I think has really changed too drastically.
I have one. So Aegis is a brave ally. He has been willing to go to great lengths to help with things that were important to me, even if he didn't want to. I'm sort of expanding. I'm building on that with this, where like he had, Azora really didn't ask for his help or ask like, "Hey, let's do this job." She just like acted, and this is a job without pay, really, and Aegis has been willing to go along with that and hasn't questioned it, And he also no, yeah. I'm trying to think if there's something else with the payment for the job, but
the thing is,
I don't
with
think there's
Aegis
anything really.
You're along the right lines, but Aegis will think, but if he's thrust into a situation, he doesn't ask for pay in retrospect. Like Aegis will always prompt pay, but it's like if I didn't ask for it. Essentially, just getting thrust into a situation means someone gets a freebie if he's just acting of his own will.
That's interesting.
Like, Aegis is a businessman, but he also doesn't, extort people on, hey, I did the job, pay me.
Right. Huh, that's interesting. If we track down the guy who pinned the note on Azora, will you, ask him for payment?
No.
Wow. Yeah.
Aegis is, however, in his head thinking that taking out bandits means I get dibs on their stuff, so...
Oh yeah, same.
It's not totally chivalrous.
No, I mean, yeah, that is also, Azora's, general, that is where she gets a lot of her money or gear from, is, just taking it from dead people. Yeah, so we're going with something along those lines.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have any others.
I put the Dwarven Stout keg on the thing because, I don't know, Axe is fucking child.
It's funny, actually, because I haven't changed it, because I don't think enough has happened, but it's just kind of reinforced something. It's like, one of my Azora bonds is Azora overextends easily. She puts the weight of the world on her shoulders when she ought not to. Not everything is our responsibility. Which is just taken on as a responsibility, but it's gotta be someone's.
She, was yeah, there may be something shady here, but I don't know. This, isn't worth our time to get to the bottom of this with the Church of Want.
That is a point. Yeah, that one she saw as just beyond.
She's just tired of doing investigations. She just wants to hit things.
It also seemed like worst case scenario seemed unlikely enough and not bad enough to justify the amount of time it would take to figure that out.
Well, we have a bunch of people who don't truly understand where they're getting it from, and the people who the ship had already gone or was about to. What are we gonna do? Wait 2 weeks to fucking stow away on wherever that boat goes to get to the bottom of it?
If they're kidnapping people, that's a problem that Azora would feel compelled to deal with. If they're just stealing stuff, if they're not taking it via murder, I don't know, Azora doesn't care about that level of thievery enough to be it doesn't really seem worth it to deal with. Azora has bigger fish to fry.
You know what? Their god went about it the smart way. Their god went about it with just, no, it all comes down to me and I'm arbitrary about it. They said anything, but I get to yay or nay everything.
Oh my god, actually, I realized you missed the moment that was fucking god, well, they said something I just had to really respect, where it did basically boil down to asking where this came from, and I mean, we don't ask questions, why would we? We're not gonna, basically just, ask where do some of these gifts, are a bit scuffed up. We're not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth, was basically their, rationale. Just, we're not gonna be picky. We got this for free. We're gonna, start asking questions and making complaints.
Yeah, it's the one who ruins it for everyone, is the person who starts asking questions and puts the kibosh on a good thing.
I had to respect that.
That's not what you use combustion. That's fine. Who cares? I don't care. So yeah, no. And also I didn't do my alignment. It's the first time I took a fulcrum in a while, and I didn't actually put myself at any risk.
Yeah.
I stood outside and threw javelins at people. And then when I ran in, the guy already had a javelin in him. 2, in fact.
So, no bonds for Aegis then?
No bonds of advanced for Aegis.
Alright. How about for Azora?
I already said mine.
Oh, what was it?
The one about, with, he was willing to do this job that I didn't ask him for without pay and whatnot. He just, was... I haven't written the exact thing, but that's the, that's what the meaning of it is. I don't know to find the precise word.
Gotcha.
What was max in Savage World stats-wise?
What?
What was max?
Dungeon World 18.
18.
Yeah, 18 is the max. So, any bonds for Axe? Any bonds change for Axe?
I don't think so.
Okie dokie. Alright. Well, did Axe learn something new about a location or culture?
Yes, he learned that there's a group of crazy people that just wish for shit and get it.
He learned that. Great job, Axe. What a good experience point. Did Azora defend someone weaker than her?
I sure did. I Wario'd that motherfucker.
Hell yeah. Wow.
You can really tell that.
I'm gonna win. Okay, so... and Aegis did not do his alignment.
Didn't even ask if he did.
He said he didn't.
I said earlier I didn't.
Oh, never mind.
Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yeah, Church of One.
Yeah. There you go. Take an XP for that. Did you overcome a notable monster or enemy?
The school.
We were being interrogated and, held, basically prisoner, polite prisoner, but we were being, detained, And we overcame that with our words. We did sort of betray them. We did get away with, helping those 2 people.
I'm not sure about that, actually. I don't know.
Really? After, we threw them the harp, we got 700 coin, and convinced them to let us keep most of it.
Is overcoming them? I don't know.
I would argue that is overcoming them.
You know what? Sure. Take it. And did you loot a memorable treasure?
No. I mean, 500 gold, sure, but not really. It's just gold.
Yeah, nothing memorable.
Yeah. Alright. Well, take an XP for playing.
Nice.
Well done. Well gamered. Well gamered.
We did it.
Next time we're killing a bandit.
Yeah.
I should recruit more people. Maybe I should have recruited a fighter.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. The whole thing about this was gonna be. I thought you were gonna make this your personal goal was to just build
the
a new.
ones.
Yeah, build the no ones.